What up, world? It's your man Dream with Dream Motivates. Welcome to another edition of the Good Vibes Podcast with Slang. Listen, good vibes only. Today we have a special guest. She just got off the plane with the red heels on. Stay tuned.
It's your girl Slang with Good Vibes, and we're back for another episode. And I have a special guest for you guys here today. She's all the way from North Carolina. It's about women's empowerment, and I have to read the bio of this young lady because she's doing it. She's very successful. She's my friend.
Yeah.
She's an entrepreneur. She's a businesswoman. She does it all. So I'm going to read her bio today. So if you guys will allow me to that, because it's women's empowerment. I want y'all to know about this woman. So we have today Yolanda Evans. Yolanda is a seasoned retail operation executive with a deep commitment to empowering women to transfer their lives professionally, personally, and financially. With extensive experience in leading high-performing teams and driving business results, Yolanda is passionate about fostering environments where women can thrive. She specializes in talent development, mentorship, leadership, helping individuals unlock their full potential and achieve their career and personal goals. Beyond her professional accomplishments, Yolanda is a strong advocate for elevating others, particularly women, and helping them break through barriers in male-dominated industries. Whether she's guiding others in their professional journey or offering valuable mentorship or creating opportunities for growth, Yolanda is dedicated to making a meaningful and lasting impact. Her mission is clear: to empower women to stand in their power, embrace their worth, and elevate their lives to new heights.
Don't play with my yo-yo.
Listen,
I see yo-yo.
all of that, all of that.
Yes.
Welcome to the show,
Welcome to the
ma'am.
show, sis.
I'm so
All
happy
the
to be
way
here.
from North Carolina. Thank you for flying in to be with Good Vibes today. I'm so honored that you would come and join us today.
There's no other place that I would rather be than here with you.
How was the flight?
You.
It was really good. They served me lunch,
Okay.
and it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good.
You're here with the
Listen.
Good Vibes Podcast. We appreciate you in the red heels. My sis came with the red heels on.
She came ready.
Letting
She
them
came
know.
ready to,
You already
as
know.
a force of nature. And y'all know I always got to start with our affirmation because our affirmation guides this show.
Yeah.
And our affirmation is today is: my flow is authentic. I stay true to myself in every verse.
Every verse. I
Every
love it.
verse. And
Every
I said
verse.
that
Like
is
that.
so fitting for Yolanda because Yolanda is a trendsetter. She is in her fashion. She's going to always be her authentic self. So let's tell them just a little bit more about yourself, like, you know, your professional accomplishments and helping women and developing women, because you've done a lot.
I have done a lot, and I've been put and blessed with this platform to be able to, as you said, empower women and elevate them. And for me, it's really about changing lives. You know, when you step into these leadership positions, it becomes less about you and more about the people that you serve. And so I position myself in a place where I pride myself on being accessible, being tangible, being authentic, and working closely, not just with people, but especially women, helping them be their authentic selves and show up as their authentic selves and be comfortable walking in their power.
Amen. And
Okay.
you feel that energy, Dream?
Listen, man.
Do you feel that the vibe in here is already, it's up there?
Hey, so anybody that says I just got off the plane to get on the podcast, we all got to listen to what she got going on. You
Absolutely.
know what I mean? So North Carolina, what is it to do out there besides holler at Peter Pablo?
So let me tell you, one of the things, first of all, North Carolina is beautiful. And the one thing that blew my mind is how many people want to get to North Carolina. It is absolutely beautiful. It really is. It really is. And it's so inviting. My daughter loves her school. And what I do is I actually ride my motorcycle. and it's a beautiful ride. Yeah,
you
I
a
bought me a
biker chick.
Harley.
She has
Yeah,
Harley.
I bought
Harley.
me a Harley
Okay.
earlier this year. And part of my journey, part of my journey is about me taking time to get to know myself and the things that I like. And it's important for me to just reconnect. I always say with Londa. Before we're mothers, before we're wives, before we're any of those things, before we're professionals,
Right.
we are individuals. And I'm Londa. I like to have fun. I like to laugh. I like to ride motorcycles. I like to do all those things. And I'm inclusive of my family, but I enjoy my time to be able to just step out, put on my fingerless gloves, and feel like I'm just out here just ruling the world on my Harley.
Come through, Londa.
Man,
Come
listen.
through, Londa.
Listen, come through Londa.
Londa.
First of all, I want to say this. It was cold at first, but when she walked in, it got a little colder because of this ice she got on her ring. Shout out to the, whoever, putting
hubby.
the ring on it.
Yes.
My brother came through.
Now I want to.
How long you been married?
That's a journey.
It'll be 15 years in January. 15 years.
Hey, shout out to the hubby, man. Shout out to you. Hey, all
Yes.
husbands out there. I've been married for 11 years.
Yes.
We taking notes over here, Janine.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I've been married for 11 years. So, I could teach how to get to 11. But, you got to teach me how to get to 15.
You know what I'll tell you? It's a partnership. It really is a partnership. And everybody's journey is unique.
Yeah.
And the thing that we're always honest about is two imperfect people coming together and trying to figure it out. And the thing that I'm most appreciative of, and this is what I tell people, when people look at me, they say, Yolanda, you're high maintenance. There's a lot involved. There's a lot involved,
the
Dream,
maintenance.
with loving Yolanda. It is. It's a lot involved. But I appreciate my husband allowing me to still be myself.
Yeah.
Yes.
And being my own brand has always been something that's really important to me. And one of the things that I talk to women about is not forgetting who you were before you became a wife, who you were before you became a mother, because that impacts the way that they see themselves when they're talking about elevating their career.
Yes.
They always want to say, well, being a mother is important. Being an example is important. And I say, well, put those things together.
Yes.
When I think about, I have two girls, Jayla, 23, and I have Ella, that's 8. I don't want them looking outside the household for role models.
Yes.
And a lot of times when I'm having conversations, Shantae, with women, right? The first thing that they want to say is, well, it's going to take me away from being a mother. You know what I mean? Like it's, and then I tell them, I say, well, think through this. When you were coming up, what did you want to be when you grew up? What did you want to be?
A lawyer.
You wanted to be a lawyer. What did you want to be?
I wanted to be a DJ.
Listen, you wanted to be a DJ.
And you did that.
And
Yeah,
you
I
did that. But we have these dreams, right? And so we're telling our children, all this time I wanted to be a lawyer. But then when I had you, I stopped dreaming. I stopped believing. I stopped investing in myself. And for me, it's like, I'm telling you that you were the reason why I stopped believing.
Yeah.
In reality, you're the reason why I go hard.
Absolutely.
Right.
You're my drive. And so what better example for our children, our girls, especially you and I,
Yes.
right? Our girls to see us thriving in our dreams, living, walking in our purpose, thriving as mothers, thriving as bosses, as entrepreneurs,
Yes.
thriving as wives, and riding Harleys. Listen,
We can do it all.
do you know we can do it
Hey,
all?
can do it
y'all
all.
biker chicks is serious, man. Listen, I had MC'd this event for what's the thing with the 3 wheels?
So it's a trike.
The trike.
The
It's
trike.
No,
It's
not
not
the
a trike.
The other one.
It
The
looks-
spider.
No,
No, not a spider.
it's the 3 wheels. They put the lights on it.
It put some light. It's
It's
a
the trike.
Christmas trike.
It's not the trike.
It's the trike. It's 3 wheels.
No, it's called something else. It's called
We'll have to Google it.
slingshot.
Slingshot. Okay, so the
Okay,
car,
okay,
the
okay,
car
okay,
version.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, the
so
car
they had
version.
a slingshot. I mean, yo, man, and most of them were women.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we
I
can
said,
do it
"Well,
all.
what y'all be doing?
We do it all.
We do it all, and
And
I'm
we
gonna tell
wear
you.
many hats.
Listen, and
every day.
I'm gonna really impress you. I can ride my Harley in heels.
Harley and Hills podcast.
And she does-
Hey,
she-
she's going to
and
have the
she-
Harley
and
and
she's
Hills
doing it.
podcast right here hosted. No, I'm just playing.
Now,
But
one thing I know about Yolanda, whatever she's doing, she gonna be doing it in some heels. I
Hey,
don't care
my
what
girl
it
came
is.
in with them
She gonna be
heels
doing it in
on.
some heels, and she gonna be doing it looking fabulous.
Yeah, she
So
came
that
in.
leads me to one of the things that we have to talk about as women. We have to make sure that we look our best
Absolutely.
in order to feel our best,
Absolutely.
to be our best. And
Absolutely.
Yolanda embodies that in every aspect of what I just said. And so that's why I really thought it was important. I wanted you on the show to spread that message to the women out there that are wearing these multiple hats, that are climbing the corporate ladder, that are feeling some type of way of like, how do I stay true to myself? How do I stay true to my authentic self and still show up for my company and show up as me?
That's a great question, and you're right. Many women struggle with that, and it's one of the things that I've struggled with in just growing up in corporate America, wanting to fit the mold,
Yes.
and at some points in time, feeling that you had to change, you had to take on a more masculine look, and I've seen that, and one of the things that is important to me, I'll tell you this funny, really quick story. I have on pants today, but I prefer dresses. I do. And me and Jaheim's relationship is a very unique relationship. I'm gonna go ahead and share this broadly, but we kind of roast each other. We do. We kind of roast each other. And so there was a period in my career where I was really heavy. I was really heavy, and so I would wear pants a lot. And one day, my husband, we were talking, and he was like, you look better to me in dresses. And of course, I get defensive. I was like, "What do you mean you don't like my pants?" And he was like, "Well, can I be honest?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, you kind of giving me parachute vibes.
And you're like, oh, okay.
He said parachute vibes, and I said in your head shaped like a light bulb.
So what we doing? Which one is it?
Parachute vibes.
Which one is it? What one you want?
What are we doing? But it was funny, and we laugh about it now. But he knew that I liked being feminine. I like dresses. I like skirts. I like those things. And what he was encouraging me to do was to be myself.
Yes.
And I took that. And so, I went to wearing more dresses and different things like that. And in the field, you're out in stores and you're doing different things. And it was not common to see women walking around in heels and, doing all of these different things and stuff. And I wanted to stay in my femininity.
Absolutely.
And what actually was funny was that more women would come up to me and they'd be like, "You know what? I want to wear my dress."
Right.
You know what I mean? I got these cute dresses. I want to wear my heels and and all of these different things. And so it just began to unlock, and it's grown over.
Power.
Yeah, it's grown over time. And during my transformation, it's kind of like you get like a following of women saying, I'm gonna be cute too. I'm gonna do this job and I'm gonna be pretty. And so that's kind of my thing. I always say I'm not gonna do this job ugly. I'm gonna show up and show out. I'm gonna step hard every day.
Absolutely,
every day,
and we love you for it. And every woman that you have mentored and developed and trained has taken a little bit of that in us to be ourself, our true self, and be okay and confident in how we walk. So I want you to kind of elaborate a little bit on some of the women that you've helped, because I know you've mentored, like we've known each other for, I won't tell our age, but we still looking good.
Yeah.
15, 20 years.
A long time.
A long time in our career.
A long time.
Talk about the women that you have helped and mentored and coached and helped bring them up to like high levels. Because I know you've elevated so many of us. Talk about it, because I know it's a lot. Did you keep count?
No, I didn't keep count. But I'll tell you what was funny is last night I got a message on Facebook, and it was somebody walking on the treadmill, and she said, "Still inspiring." She wanted me to know that I was still inspiring her, and I think about how women have watched different elements of my journey, and it's not just the professional side, but it's the weight loss side. It's
how much did you lose?
So I lost over 120 pounds.
Whoa.
And I'll tell you about that. I'm gonna be honest, because Dream, everybody ain't honest. I needed Jesus, Dr. Raymond Nathan, and Dr. Rubin.
All of them.
Okay, I needed all of them, because part of my transformation was being honest with myself, and I didn't have anything added, but I had it taken away. I gained, with my last daughter, I gained probably 60 pounds, and I had a C-section. And so when I lost weight, my stomach, I had to have 12 pounds of skin removed from my stomach. Yeah. And so it was 12 pounds.
Wow.
12 pounds.
Yo.
Yes. 12
So
pounds.
I know about the C-section. It is
crazy.
so hard for your body to adjust, because that's what happened to me with my daughter.
Yo,
And I had to have a C-section.
12 pounds is a lot. I
It's
mean,
a lot.
I think the Thanksgiving turkey was 14 pounds, right? That's pretty much the turkey.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. And
Wow.
and so, that is that part of it too. But to answer your question, I'll tell you, I had an opportunity. We were at a meeting, and my mentor had come up to me, and he was trying to recruit this young lady, and I can say her name. Her name is Ashley. Was trying to recruit her to take this to this hard market. And when I saw her, she was absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. And I walked right up to her, and I hooked my arm. And it's funny to hear her tell the story. I hooked her arm, and I said, "You're coming with me. Let me holler at you." Wow. And she kind of looked at me, and I introduced myself, and I said, we have a mentor in common. And I said, he wants you. And I said, I was drawn to you, and I want to talk to you about, this opportunity. And her eyes were big. Her eyes were big because she was looking at me. And when we talk about it now, she says she literally grabbed me by my arm and told me that we were going to take this journey together. And she hasn't let me go. And she said, what was so impactful for her was that I didn't even ask. I didn't even think about it. I took and I was led to her. And I understood the assignment.
Right.
I understood the assignment. And her and I, we've stayed connected. And the great thing about our relationship is that it's a safe place. It's a safe place. It's a safe place for us to be honest. And one of the things that she shares with me is in creating a safe place for her to be honest, to be, whether she's feeling fear, whether she's feeling anxiety, whatever that is, I am that safe place for her. And we can talk through whatever those concerns are. I'm going to tell her the truth. And I'm going to give her grace that she may not get in other places. And those types of things resonate with me as I mentor and as I talk to women, is giving each other grace.
Yes.
Yeah.
Providing a safe place for women to be emotional, to have fears, to be anxious, to be worried, because we don't necessarily want to outwardly express those things for fear of judgment.
Yes.
And
especially in a corporate setting,
it's
like you can't be emotion. Don't show any emotions. That's weakness.
Yeah, and from other women, because the stereotypical relationship between women is that we're catty.
Right.
You know what I mean? We're always in competition.
Yeah.
And I want to use this platform. Can I use this platform to just listen?
Yes, come on,
Look,
come
listen.
through.
There's enough money out here for all of us. There is enough men out here for all of us.
Yes, ma'am.
There is.
There is.
We don't have to fight. We don't have to fuss. We don't have to do anything. I subscribe to the mentality that I am my sister's keeper.
Yeah.
I do, and I believe it. I
I receive it.
Listen,
I receive it. We receive it on the Good Vibes Show.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Yes.
got a question, and I probably want to go back to your journey on losing 120 pounds, which is amazing for the viewers. I know they're listening, they're trying to figure it out. They're probably asking how.
How? So that's why I said I don't lie. So in 2019, I had the sleeve surgery. I had the gastric sleeve. And so most people know about it, and some people will say that it's the easy way out. But this is what I will tell you. The sleeve does remove about 85% of your stomach. They cut your 80. Listen, the stomach is a powerful. It is a powerful organ. Do you hear me?
85%?
85.
So
Yeah,
you down
85%.
to hardly anything.
Well, this now because it can expand.
Okay.
So and that's the thing that brings me back to what I was saying. Having the weight loss surgery, it fixes your stomach, but it doesn't fix your mind. you can still overeat because there are slider foods, there are different things. You can go back to eating candy and having all these bad behaviors and still stress your stomach, and still gain weight back. And so weight loss surgery is a mindset shift. You undergo surgery, but your mind, you have to be fully invested with the change. And so the prideful thing for me in my weight loss is that I had the surgery in 2019. It's getting ready to be 2025, and I'm 9 pounds of weight away from my graduating high school weight. I work out 3 to 4 times a week. 60 minutes is hard workout. I lift weights. I've just started to run. I do a lot of different things because I'm not going back. I'm not going back. And so this journey is about alignment. I needed help, and I was honest in needing the help. And so I had surgery. I was honest in the fact that if I'm going to have surgery, I'm going to look good. And listen, I don't want saggy skin, so I'm going to need some skin removed. And so that's where Dr. Rubin came in. I had body contouring surgery where I had a reduction. I had the 12 pounds of skin removed. And it was the best thing for me because when I look at myself now, when I look at me in the mirror, I'm proud of her.
Absolutely. And you look amazing. You
And
look
I
amazing.
feel amazing. I do. I feel amazing.
The vibe, Dream, can you feel the vibes? That's all.
I'm
I wish the
definitely feeling
viewers,
the vibe.
can y'all feel the vibes, the energy?
I want to go back what she said. She said something powerful. And I don't know what Tay has told you about me. I'm an entrepreneur coach.
Okay.
And I analyze people in their journey of businesses, and I help coach people in their business. But the one thing that she said was that I want everybody to grab onto was there was a mind shift change. And when she changed her mind, I tell people all the time to make a decision is a decision. You have to simply decide to become this person that you now see in the mirror, right?
Exactly.
Yes.
Going back, now that you have this mentality, I just really want to ask this question because some people may not be able to afford the surgeries that you've had because them things cost money, right? If you had the mindset that you have now to the 2019, do you think you could have done it?
Absolutely.
See, it's the mindset.
And
It's
that's
all about the mindset.
That's what I learned. And so when I talk about the weight loss and when I talk to people who are scared about it, that's the part that I talk about. It's the mindset shift. And I live by 3 A's. Alignment, accountability, and action. Those are the 3 A's.
3 A's.
3 A's. Alignment, accountability,
Action.
Action.
Yeah.
and there are subcategories under those things, right? But mindset is you have to be first of all, you have to see the vision, right? And then you're going to have to hold yourself accountable. You're going to have to put in some work. It's going to be hard. There are going to be setbacks. There are going to be times where you want to lay down. There are going to be times where you lay down, but you have to get up. If your goal is, for me, is to stay in these size 9s. Do you hear me? Let me tell you. And they Fashion Nova 9s, mind your business.
Right. But they not.
But they not. They not. That is my goal. Now, do I also, Dream, have a half a bag of candy corn in my suitcase?
Candy corn?
Candy corn. I do.
The orange and yellow thing?
I do.
Candy.
Yes,
Oh my
I do.
God.
I do.
Ooh,
I do.
You like them?
I do.
I didn't know anybody
First
like
of all,
it.
I haven't
Like,
seen
first
candy
of all,
corn
chime
in years. I
to the
didn't
good
even, I
vibe.
didn't even know
Who
they still
likes
make
candy
them joints.
corn?
Listen.
I want to see some comments on who is left out there that like candy
Hold on,
corn.
the candy corn, the yellow, orange, and
Yellow,
white joints?
orange,
Yes.
Halloween candy
Shut up.
corn.
I ain't even seen them.
And I had to order them because you can't find them in the stores.
That part right there.
So I had to order them. But
Yo, we gotta get rid of candy corn. 2025. Yo, no more candy corn for
But
yo-yo.
listen. I have the candy corn,
Golly.
but I also am going to work out, tomorrow because again, there are things on this journey that I'm not going to give up. You know what I
Right.
mean? And I like my sweets. I like my
Can we
carbs.
get to like another one?
Another one.
Let's
find
get to
something
another
that-
candy. Let's get you out the candy corn.
We find something else.
And
that you
I have phases like I was on jelly beans for a while. That's
even worse.
Is it?
Who
You know
still
what? She
eat
the
jelly
one, you know
beans?
what? She the one that eats the black jelly beans.
Probably. Oh my gosh.
Why don't
No,
they
I
even
do
have
not.
Why do you even have
I do
them? Who
not.
puts
I do not eat the
licorice
black
They
in
wrong.
there?
Say,
My
stop.
goodness.
Whoever the jelly bean company is, look, nobody eats the black ones, bro.
Please take
Stop
them out.
doing that.
Please take them out.
Stop doing
Don't
it.
do it
All right, let me
anymore.
ask you a
Yes.
question. Okay, in this transformation, you said something about vision. So we're going into the vision part where you have to literally see yourself as this person to become. I talk about this all the time. I heard that you're going also through another transformation as far as the working corporate America to becoming your own business and boss and situation. Is that process still in the making, or is it hey, I left, I'm walking on water now, or are you kind of doing both of them?
So I am walking on water now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm walking on
Faith.
water now. Exact faith. Listen, faith.
Faith is
That's
the size of a mustard seed.
That's what
I
it
looked
is.
at that mustard seed and I said, when they talk about having faith the size of mustard seed, I said, I want to see what the size of mustard seed looks
Small.
like.
Very small.
It's smaller than the tip of this pen.
Yeah.
And I said, that's all we have to have?
That's
and
it.
we still don't be having it?
They don't have it.
The faith
Limited
the size
belief
of a
systems.
mustard
That's
seed.
why.
It is fear. You know what I mean? Is fear, and I'll tell you, you said it, is seeing myself, and a lot of times we seek validation from other people. We
Yes.
seek validation from other people, and we find strength in that validation from other people. And when you talk about having faith, you have to have faith in yourself. And one of the things that I'll share is being a woman, we're hard on ourselves. And we are the ones that will talk ourselves out of things because we don't feel that it's safe. It's not smart. Like if I go out and I start doing this myself and I don't have anything to fall back on,
Right.
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
It's not logical.
It's not
Yeah.
logical, and we start to talk ourselves. We
Right.
start to talk ourselves out of it, and again, it goes back to the alignment, right? If I'm aligned in my vision
Yeah.
Right.
for myself, if I believe
Yes.
in myself and I have faith in myself, and in those moments where I have fear, I have to, just like when we started this show with affirmations, I affirm and validate myself.
That's
Yes.
good. Yep.
Absolutely.
That's
what it
where
is.
I have to live. That's where I have
That's
to
the
stay.
space, yeah.
That's the space. And that's the space that I'm living in now. And it's unique because I'm not saying that I won't step back into the corporate sector. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is this is time for Evans LLC to invest
Come on.
in Evans LLC.
I want to add.
LLC.
I want, because listen, you ever watched a movie and then you like, all right. So I'm a producer.
Okay.
So I produce commercials, obviously podcasts, whatever. But sometimes you ever see the movie and the movie's like, dang, y'all left me hanging.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm trying to figure out what happened to her after this. So let's produce this movie so people can understand your journey, right? So how long have you officially been walking on water? This means you did the Jerry Maguire
Okay.
and said, show me the one who's coming with me. I'm gone. How long ago was this?
So we launched the LLC last year.
Were you
but
still working?
I was still working, but officially,
That's what I wanna know. I want that
officially, since September, I've been walking.
September this year.
September of this year.
Okay, right there, because this is very good. Because this is actually one of my favorites. Because I actually had a doctor in here and I had this whole conversation with her. Hers was crazy. But how long were you working in corporate America at your job?
Oh wow.
We're gonna
20.
We're gonna tell our age. Go
yeah,
ahead.
20.
It's your
20.
story. So
20 plus since 1997. I've been in retail,
it's
and
almost 30 years.
He did the math that
I'm
quick.
good, math.
Shut
Math
up.
the math.
All right, hold on. Well, it's easy. It's 2025 now, but take away
Okay.
Okay. So now, obviously, you elevated in this platform. You are making. I don't know if you. It's when we be transparent, it help. It's this is not for you. It's for whoever's the woman that you're empowering right now.
Okay.
That's tired of being in corporate America and is looking at you right now, getting the confirmation that she needs. So I don't know if you could be transparent enough.
7 figures.
Okay, there we go. So she walked away
Booyah.
from 7 figures, and you know what I'm doing? I'm setting it up because they're nervous.
Yes, absolutely.
They're like, okay, how did you do it? What did you do to prepare? What did you? I want to leave too, right? So 7 figures, which is amazing. That's shout out to you for that. 30 years, which is amazing. Shout out to you for that. Now, full time. What is your day-to-day thought process now? How has it changed?
It is, I'm an organized person anyway. And so my thoughts are very organized in how to approach and the steps that to take. And so it is one step at a time. And a lot of times, this is what I'll say, Dream. When you're on a journey like this, it's so easy to start taking on so many different things. And the vision becomes cloudy, it becomes polluted with all of these other things. And so I am very true to myself with minimizing distractions. I set timelines and goals, and so it may be this is at 30 days, this is at 45 days, this is at, so I manage myself that way. And I've had to do a lot of things myself. I'm my own assistant, and so I make sure that my calendar is organized. And I also make sure that I still invest time in myself, because I need to be able to process those moments when I'm still fearful, right? Or when something didn't move the way that it was supposed to, when the dot didn't connect the way that it was supposed to, and there's a setback. I have to have time to be able to process that.
Yeah.
But the timeline for launch is still on track. And I may have to maneuver, but the timeline, the ETA, the
It's there.
estimated arrival
For
date
Evans LLC.
for Evans LLC is still on track, for sure.
Look,
God's
we're going to
good.
pause right now. We know we want to find out what is Evans LLC. We're going to find out just a minute right here on Good Vibes Podcast. Stay tuned.
This is Yolanda Evans, and I'm here to talk about Evans LLC. We are here to provide residential assisted living for all of your elderly, tenured loved ones. The great thing about Evans is we're taking it a step further. We're not only offering residential assisted living, but we're also providing transportation to medical appointments, grocery shopping, and that special needed attention when it comes to just someone to just talk to. So here at Evans Residential Assisted Living, we're here to help you grow old gracefully, grow old with love, grow old with family. We're here to serve you. Back to the episode.
Hey guys, welcome back to Good Vibes Podcast by Slang, where we are still here with our queen in the building. Yolanda Evans has graced us with her presence. I'm so grateful. You guys, this episode has been amazing. She is dropping knowledge on us.
Yeah.
She is putting affirmations
Yeah.
out there. She is putting stuff out there into existence for taking Good Vibes to the next level. So
Yeah.
I want to thank you for that. And I want to celebrate you because we have known each other for quite some time, and now we're reconnecting.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to tell you that many years ago when I started my career and my journey and we met, you motivated me. You inspired me. You challenged me, where I'm this little country girl from El Reno, Oklahoma, and we have your relatives and I grew up together, and then meeting you, and then we transform into this career, this retail career, and our paths cross, and we're up on stage doing speaking events in front of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people. You motivated me because you said something to me that made me want to be better. I said I was feeling kind of down and I didn't like how I was looking. And you came through with all your energy and you was like, "Oh, I'm loving that pink outfit that you got on." I had a pink blazer on with an outfit, and I was like, "I don't know if I feel good. I wasn't feeling comfortable in my skin." But she was like, "Oh, that pink is looking good on you." And I was like, "I need to know how to dress." I'm like, "You got it all together." She said, "Honey, I will definitely show you." She said, "I don't have one problem showing you." And Yolanda been showing people how to dress for years.
Let's go.
Fashionista know how to put it together.
Let's go. That's
So
powerful.
I want to thank you for that because it boosts my confidence and my courage to be okay with expressing myself in that environment where I would always just wear black. I was trying to tone it down with the button up shirts and making sure the collar was right. And I saw you and you was decked out head to toe like you do, like from head to toe.
Yeah.
She
Sounds about
decked.
right.
Yeah.
Sounds about
The
right.
matching purse, the matching everything was
sounds about
matching.
right.
And I was like, "Girl, you look good." She was like, "Yeah, I'll listen. I'll give you some tips and pointers, but you rocking that jacket." And I'm like, "Thank you." So it boosted my
Man,
confidence.
you never know what happens when you speak life into somebody.
You know what's funny about that is I remember when we connected, and I feel like we were drawn together. And what's funny is I was thinking about today, and I was going to tell you that you have always been a safe place for me. And I'll share something since we're sharing stories. I remember been on the road for too long, but I was actually going to Arkansas, and I got to the hotel, and I had got this new laptop computer, and I called Shantae freaking out because I could not connect to the VPN.
Oh, wow.
And I had something due the next day, and I was like freaking out. And some people might like, she couldn't connect to the VPN or just whatever, like that's nothing. But in that moment, she didn't make me feel dumb. She didn't make me, you didn't make me feel like, girl, what's wrong? You didn't do that. You
Yeah.
were a safe place for me to be having a moment where I didn't, I didn't, you were patient, you were kind. And I want to say to you, there is no other place that I wanted to be. When I saw you do this, I said, I have to go because I want to say to you, and I want to look into your eyes. I want you to know that I see you. I support you. I believe in you.
Powerful.
I'm proud of you.
Come on.
You're still standing.
Thank you.
You are and have always been amazing. And I see you glowing. And I'm here for the glow up.
Let's go.
And I came all the way to tell you that. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. I really
what's up.
appreciate
Come
that.
on
My
with
God.
it. Come on.
Dream, you didn't say we're going to have some tissue up in here. Like, Yolanda, come on, girl.
One time for the Good Vibes podcast and Good Vibes. Listen, while sister drawing up those tears of joy, I do want to go back in because we leaving them hanging again.
Okay, we leaving them hanging. We got to stop doing that.
Evans LLC. All right. So we walked away from corporate America September, going into the new year.
Yeah.
We ain't playing with them no
Yeah.
more, right?
Yeah.
What is the business model?
So, one of the things that's always been important to me is my grandmother in Florida. Her name was Nancy. She was my girl. You know what I mean? She was my girl. And as my grandparents got older, my grandmother would always say that you just have to wait on people to come and to take you to go grocery shopping, to do all of these different things. And it kind of broke my heart a little bit because she almost felt forgotten. And when I started to think about, and I've heard about residential assisted living, I thought about it's definitely providing them somewhere to live, but still having that family environment, that family vibe.
Right.
And my daughter is her goal is to become a nurse, and how I can inclusively add her into it, because generational wealth is important. And so when I started to think about residential assisted living, how do you take it to the next level? And so Florida is a community where seniors go to retire and different things like that. And there is a lot of mobile homes and different things, and so most people turn their own house into like a residential assisted living area. But mobile homes is an easy convert. You can add rails and you can do different things. You can kind of widen doors. It's a good investment. The the initial investment is lower than if you went into and bought a actual facility or like a duplex or something like that. And so you get an earlier return on the investment. And the thing about this is it's not even I'm not even worried about sharing it, right?
Right.
Because the goal is to provide a better life for our seniors and to put them in an environment where they can still have in their independence. And so, you know, we will have mobile transport where, you know, we will take them to their doctor's appointments. We will take them to go grocery shopping, to pick up their prescriptions and, you know, do different activities and different things like that. And the great thing about these mobile home communities is that they already offer some of these things already. And so it's already built in. And so having an inclusive view of what do I want my life to be like when I grow old, but really keeping that experience that my grandmother shared with me at the helm of just feeling alone and, you know, feeling that disconnect.
Right.
It just was powerful to me, and it's something that I want to help others not feel. As a way,
Yes.
you know, as a testament to just how much I love my
I
grandmother.
think that's pretty dope
That's
because, you know, you living in North Carolina saying, you know what, I'm going to take it to Florida.
Yeah.
What made you decide not just to do it in North Carolina? I can kind of see, but probably the easier path would be do it in your hometown. But what made you say, you know what, I'm gonna do it in Florida? Are you gonna move to Florida? You just have a crib over there and a crib? I mean, how are you gonna kind of operate that?
So Florida is like my second home. So I was raised in
Okay, so
Florida,
you're
and
right. Okay.
my mother's side of the family actually lives in Florida. And when you think about a business model, right? Most of the time, most seniors, they want to live in a warmer environment. And so that is the biggest decision
It's
in it.
snowbirds
Exactly,
that are in
right?
Florida.
The
Yeah.
biggest. And so when you think about people living in North Carolina, it's a great place to live, but it's cold. It's a little chilly. You know that the bones they get to creaking.
Right,
You know what I mean? And
yes.
we at the
Got you.
creaking. We
We
at
at
the
the cre-
creaking
we at the
stage.
creaking-
We at
we're
the creaking
there.
stage,
Got
right?
you.
And so and then again, when I'm thinking about the initial investment, right? The initial investment, I want there to be a return on it faster. So when you look at mobile homes and different things like that, even though they have lot rent, there's still a lower front side investment versus going, like I said, duplexes or houses or, you know, a residential
Right.
facility. And you can invest more in like the mobile transport, that type of thing.
Isn't
Got you.
Warren Buffett started that with the mobile homes? I think he invested initially in the mobile home concept because it is, again, you can have a faster return on your investment.
You
Yeah.
absolutely
Yeah.
can. Yeah.
So I had an interesting moment, and this is when COVID was. We thought it was going. If we go outside, we're going to turn into mummies or something. You remember the zombie joint? No, it was serious. Like when I
We
first,
know.
yo,
Yeah, it
when
was
they
crazy.
shut the world down, I remember sitting in here. Everybody got the mask on. I'm like, bro, what the mask? First of all, why you got on mask? You driving in your own car? Is the molecule gonna come through
It's
the
gonna come
vendor
through
hood?
the ventilation.
Did he
you
say
know,
a molecule
Yo,
gonna
come
I
through
didn't
the
buy
air
into
system,
none of
the
that,
air
man.
shafts,
But
yeah.
Cass was getting COVID. Praise God, I never got COVID. But the word essential kept coming up, and I was like, God, am I essential? You know what I'm saying?
Are
Like,
you
yo,
an
am I
essential worker? Yeah.
Yeah,
Right, yeah,
and I
yeah.
ain't gonna lie. The only thing I had essential was I'm a home builder.
Okay.
My wife's a realtor. But that kind of like was still paused because the whole world shut down. So I was just like, the world shut down. My spot where I'm at, the apartments, I mean, not apartments, but the where my studio is, they still collecting rent. I'm like, yo, the world shut down, bro. Y'all still want rent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They still want their
Yeah.
rent. So that didn't stop. So I told my wife, I was like, yo, I got to figure this out. She's like, yo, I ain't never seen you at this stage because I'm always figuring it out. Because it's always a way, like you said, there's always somewhere you can make some money at. Like, you just
Right.
got to have the will to do it.
Yeah.
And one day I was walking around my neighborhood, and after about the month, you remember about after month after COVID, I don't know if y'all went through this in your neighborhood, but now we got to get creative because now we're tired of
Staying in the house.
staying in the house. We got to go
Gotta
figure
get out,
something
yeah.
out, right? And so we was walking around the neighborhood. Cats was taking their barbecue grills instead of being in the backyard. It would be in the front yard. And now I'm actually talking to the neighbors like, hey, how's it going, man? I ain't never, I don't even know who you are. So Cass was barbecuing. So now it's almost like a barbecue cook-off on Sunday.
Okay.
And I said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and get a food truck. So I got a food truck. And me and my brother, we had got a food truck in Austin. And we serviced during the COVID. Food trucks is popping.
Yeah.
Because all the restaurants shut down.
Right.
So, hey, we're the only one going to get food from. And I never forget, an RV park called us. I ain't never been to no RV park. When I tell you that thing was nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm talking about that joint was nice. They had their own bathroom, their own showers. They had the plug. So they had plug all over the place. And when you told me how you was doing your business, I was like, okay, is it like that? Is it like in the RV park?
No.
So mobile homes are
Mobile
there.
home is-
Yes, it's a
It's
mobile
like a
home
It's a
community.
home.
It is. Yes,
It's actually
a community.
a home, like a home that's built. Some
Yeah.
of them you can move, but a lot of them are
Most
just
of-
grounded.
these are grounded. Yeah, they're
It's not
they're
like
grounded.
the RV.
No, it's
Okay,
not
it's not like an
they're
RV.
grounded.
No.
But you can move the house.
So the mobile homes that I'm talking about, they're modular homes. So they actually put them on a foundation, and you've never got to. You've never been in a mobile home.
Modular home. You have
You've
to
never
go.
been really.
They're nice.
I wish we had time today because we go on a field trip.
I've seen the new. I love them too. The new, because somebody wanted me to build one. The new container homes.
No, it's not. No, you've got to look,
it's
and so
apart.
they're really big in Florida, and most people are like, man, it's hurricanes and all that, but I'm telling you, you got mobile homes been there since
Everywhere.
1972, and they are just fine. You know what I mean? And it's a big thing because it is a retirement community, and so they have these mobile home parks, and I mean they're really nice. They have lakes and
Is septic?
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
It's a septic tank.
It's like a house.
Some
It's
of
a
them have
house.
septic. Some actually have like plumbing. Just
Plumbing.
regular. Yes,
They put it on
absolutely,
a block.
Yes,
Like it's
yes.
on a
We're not gonna have people grandparents living in a container.
For sure.
That's not what it is, Dream.
Educating us right now. We're
And-
not
and
doing that.
We would. I'm gonna have to take them on a field trip.
we-
I'm gonna
we
take
got-
you on a
yeah,
field
like,
trip
we gonna
because I
have
went
to.
into a mobile home park before, and they showed me like their mobile homes.
Yeah.
And when I tell you, when you look inside them, they are nice. You open that door, you're not gonna believe it.
And I understand, out in the Midwest, mobile homes,
You get the stereotypes,
yeah, you get the
you know.
stereotypes. So I understand that, but Florida, it's a lot. It's
They're
a lot
nice.
different. Yeah,
So yes,
for sure.
obviously, from a builder's perspective, there's a tie-in for electricity. There's
Yeah,
a tie-in for.
What you
the-
think we out here with campfires and mobile
It's
homes?
not an
No,
RV.
listen. Remember where we are today. We definitely have solar,
Yes.
right? So I'm trying to. So when I build, first thing that when I buy a lot, first thing I ask is there sewer and water. Guess what? I bought a lot one time. Man, don't ever do that. It had sewer, so automatically I know it got water. Guess what? It didn't have
Water.
So you got to pay the city to run the water line so that they can connect to the water. That costs a lot more money. It takes costs out for profitability.
So
in that.
you avoid all of that.
That's
like
awesome.
yeah, you avoid all of that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's-
we'll
they're
we'll
nice.
have to do some talking
That's,
for
Yeah,
sure.
this
we
is
are.
me.
Yeah.
I love it.
Because I don't know how much more time we got, but I really wanted to dive in and talk a little bit about your story with your husband.
Okay.
Can
Okay.
can you share that?
I'll tell you this. What's really funny is now meeting somebody online is like, it's a little scary or whatever. But it's not as bad as what. So I was supposed to get on Black Planet. And
Black Planet, that was back in
that's right. I know,
Look,
right?
Black-
I took you back.
Golly.
But I ended up getting on Black People Meet.
Yeah, that was
right,
one.
right. And so, the emojis and stuff. So I got all these emojis and all this other kind of stuff. And so, Jaheim, my husband, was the only person that actually sent me a message. Like he actually typed out like this message thing or whatever. And so, we chatted a little bit, and he was like, can I call you? And it was May 28th, 2009. And he called me. It was like 7:30. He called me, and I'll never forget. Like, I gave him a rundown, because I was like, let me just tell you. I was like, this is a wig I got on. I said, I don't take out the trash. I don't pump gas. Like, I went through this whole thing. He laughed the whole time, and I was like, if you're okay with all of those things, we can continue this conversation. And he just thought it was so funny. And so he was actually moving from Florida to Nantucket for a job. And he was like, I'm going to come and see you. So he came and seen me on June 10th. He was going to stay the weekend. He was with me for 3 days. I was taking him back to Will Rogers Airport. And I, getting out the car, you do the hug and stuff. He said, I'm going to come back to marry you. And let me just tell you, I was like, so that's a little weird. It's a little aggressive, little fast, right? Little fast, right? Little fast. And it was kind of a little snafu because see, I was married, but I was separated, and I had to tell him. I know him. So when I told him that, he was like, I don't shack. So he paid for my divorce. He paid for my divorce. Yeah, he paid. Yeah, he was not playing. He actually came back on August 28th, and he never left. He came back on August 28th. I was engaged in November. We were set to get married. And January 1st, he went to the emergency room and got diagnosed with end-stage renal disease and was in full kidney failure at 27 years old. And life, it was like a halt because the doctor, it was so crazy. He walked in. He walked, and you remember me telling you this. He walked in and like he was asleep, Dream. He was asleep. The doctor came in. You know how they had that look on their face? And he was like, can you wake him up? And so I woke him up, and he was like, your kidney function is 0.01. And he said, remind me, did you come in by ambulance? And he was like, he's looking at me, and I was like, no, he walked in. He said, I don't know how you walked in here. He said, I've been doing this for years. And he looked at me and he said, you'd have came home because his organs were getting ready to shut down. You would have found him dead. He was in the hospital for 21 days. It was funny because like his family, they asked like, was I going to leave him and all this other type of stuff. And, I was like, no, I was still his girlfriend. We actually got married in the hospital.
Whoa.
Because he didn't have any insurance. And so we were already going to get married, but, they were like, we can't let him out of hospital. He needs dialysis. He needed all of these, different things. I mean, he was literally a week away from death. And on January 12th, I called and I got this online justice of the peace. He came out to the hospital and we got married. And I got married in a bad synthetic wig. He had on his Mercy. He had on his Mercy hospital gown. Wow. And we got married. And I made him a promise that we were going to go through this life together. And let me tell you, we've been rocking.
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking
yeah,
about.
we've been rocking.
Come on, black people meet.
God be the glory.
Yeah.
Look, God be the glory.
That's what's up.
And I got to tell you this because you have to notice the part of the fear part is I retired him in 2019. So my husband is retired. And
Come on, I retired him.
And so when I stepped away, right, the first thing that he asked me was, do you want me to go back to work? And I said, absolutely not.
So what did he do?
So
what are you doing all day?
Let me tell you, you got to know. Look, let me tell you, he takes care of us. Do you hear what I'm telling you? He takes care of us, and I see the look on your face. But I'm telling you, so he's a mechanic by trade. Okay, he's a mechanic by trade.
He definitely back there cooking.
Yeah, but my husband is very maternal, and so when I tell you he takes care of us upside down, inside out, I don't want for anything. My husband supports me. He pushes me. I'm telling you, he is my biggest cheerleader. And
Yes.
I need that. I need that support system. You know what I mean? I don't want him to go out and be at any job and they upset him and he can't take care of me the way I need to be taken care of.
Said, no.
No. Like, I need him. He's my support system.
Yes.
I lay my head, I whine. I tell him that I don't like him, but I still love him. You know what I mean? Like, I tell him everything. And this is what I'll tell you. I have to say this. I, for the last year, had not even lived in the same house with him. Last year, I had a meltdown. I know he looking. I had a meltdown. Life was lifing, and I was like, I can't breathe here. I can't breathe. So I moved across town, and so we lived separately. And he would come over to my house. He would still take care of me. I come home, it'd be food cooked, house be clean, everything. But he allowed me to have my space to go on this mental journey that I've been on to just rebuild and heal. And that has helped me, give me the strength to be able to take this step and for us to truly invest in our future because I want to be the best wife. I want to be the best mother, but I needed to be the best Londa.
Yes.
And I needed some time. And I'm so thankful for him for allowing me this time to just really get my life in here, to regain that alignment that I needed to kind of propel us on this
Mental
journey.
health, man.
Mental
Yeah.
health.
And mental health
Yeah.
is real.
Yes.
It's really, and I really even found out more. It's almost funny. Like I have my own podcast, but then I end up co-hosting other podcasts, and I love it. It's all good because it's almost like God has called me to just kind of be a empathic, because I can feel people. You know what I mean? Because I know how I feel to be certain things in certain ways, and when I hear your story like that, it lets me know how honored I am for God using me to help people when it comes to mental clarity.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, because we've all have our story. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So
for sure.
we appreciate you being here on this
Yes.
podcast,
This is
coming in from
amazing.
the
My
air,
God.
all
the
straight
way from
off the airplane.
North Carolina, all the way here to Dallas. And it's been amazing.
It's been
And I just
amazing.
wanna
Got a great
say
story
I'm
too.
thankful. I'm humbled. I'm so grateful. And the listeners, they will be able to feel the good vibes through your message and everything that you've shared today. So I want to thank you for that. And I want to close out with another affirmation, because we are talking about women's empowerment as well. I uplift other women and create a supportive sisterhood. And you've done that for me. So I want to thank you.
Powerful.
I
One
love you,
time
girl.
for Evans LLC, y'all, coming your way to Florida. My sister has came here. Definitely appreciate you coming out, giving us good vibes. The Good Vibes podcast. Good job again. Another episode, Slang.
Thank you.
You did your thing.
Trying to do it.
Listen, we need you to like, share, and subscribe. No stingy energy. Definitely. I'm your co-host right here. It's your man Dream Motivates, along with Slang, along with my new sister right here doing it big. Yo is in the building, straight North Carolina / Florida. She's doing her thing. Listen, go ahead and share this post, share this reel, share this podcast with somebody you love or owe the most. We out.
Come on.